This is the Behind the Line podcast, and this is Headlines in 3 minutes for Friday, December 3rd, 2021. The main trucking lobbies in Canada and the United States are warning that vaccine and testing requirements for workers will further disrupt supply chains because there is already a dire shortage of drivers. Canada will require vaccines for truck drivers starting in January, while the Biden administration has issued rules requiring truck drivers at companies with 100 or more employees to be vaccinated or submit to weekly testing. President and Chief Executive of the Canadian Trucking Alliance estimates that 10 to 20% of Canadian truck drivers and 40% of U.S. truck drivers traveling into Canada would be sidelined if these requirements begin. Senior diplomats from France, Britain, and Germany taking part in talks on reviving the Iran nuclear deal voiced disappointment and concern on Friday at Tehran's proposed alterations to a text that had been agreed on in previous rounds. Major changes have been demanded by Iran, the official said in a statement, adding that some were incompatible with the 2015 agreement. It is unclear how these new gaps could be closed in a realistic time frame on the basis of Iranian drafts, they said. Since 2019, Iran has breached many of the pact's restrictions meant to lengthen the time it would need to generate enough fissile-enriched uranium for a nuclear bomb. Iran says it is pursuing enrichment for civil uses. If you believe that, you are dumber than dumb. Dumber than Barack Obama, who we can thank for this whole debacle in Iran. Iran has adopted an uncompromising position by demanding the removal of all U.S. and European Union sanctions imposed since 2017, including those unrelated to its nuclear program, in a verifiable process. Two of California's most controversial gun control laws, banning the sale and possession of magazines holding more than 10 rounds of ammunition, are now likely to reach the U.S. Supreme Court, according to a California columnist. Dan Walters of the Cal Matters news outlet said a Tuesday decision by the 9th District Court of Appeals upheld the laws, according to a column posted by the Mercury News on Friday. The Supreme Court on Wednesday seemed ready to strike down a restrictive New York gun permitting law. Chief Justice John Roberts and other conservative members of the court suggested New York's law goes too far. Why, Roberts asked, does a person seeking a license to carry a gun in public for self-defense have to show a special need to do so? The Senate passed a stopgap spending bill Thursday that avoids a short-term shutdown and funds the federal government through February 18th. So much for Republicans using that as a way to defund the Biden vaccine mandate. Once again, politicians are politicians. Doesn't matter what side of the aisle they come from. This has been Behind the Line Podcast. Thank you for listening. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you Monday.